Hello everyone, this is Bat. I wanted to do something sort of akin to probably one of my least popular videos, and that's showing a little haul of classic manga. Um, Recently, I ordered from a online shopping place known as Surugaya or Suruga-Ya, and basically they've been having a lot of sales recently. Particularly, they've been having a lot of free shipping. And if you know anything about ordering from Japan, imports are a fucking bitch. So, with that being said, knowing that these are the free shipping is part of these orders, I figured, well, shit, I'm never gonna get good deals like this ever again. I might as well go a little nuts. So we have 6 things to show off today. I'm gonna go from smallest to largest. All of them are manga. All of them are manga from the uh, probably like the early the late '60s. One of them is from like the '40s, but or '50s. I don't know. But let's say like late '50s all the way to like the the early '80s. So enough filibustering. Let's actually talk about some of these. So for starters, we have Hakuba Kitaro. Hakuba Kitaro is what the famous Gegege no Kitaro was back in the days of Kashihon, or rental manga. And just to do a little comparison here, here's a Kitaro book by Drawn and Quarterly. And as you can see, it is quite different. Or well, this is kind of like this is what we think of as Gegege no Kitaro. Um, but Hakuba Kitaro is just a little bit different overall. So let's crack this open. So this does have the obi, because all of these were secondhand, but they're all in really nice shape. But yeah, there you go. There you have a really nice color page. But yeah, this is really early Shigeru Mizuki work, and it's gorgeous as you'd imagine. Um, I don't love the paper on this. I kind of wish it was that toothier paper that's on the Drawn and Quarterly release. But I do think that overall it works pretty well. Um, very nice looking stuff. Um, a lot of pretty spooky imagery as well, which is par for the course with Kitaro. What I really like is that it actually reprints the color pages, and lot of manga don't do that, especially especially ones this size. But wow, look at that! Fucking Nezumi Otoko, Kitaro, and Meramo Eiji, all in color. That's really cool. Oh, that's gorgeous. Um, I'll tell you what, Mizuki was one hell of an ink slinger, cause like, goddamn, the inking is really heavy on some of these pages, and I like it a lot. It's really cool. Um, but yeah, that's Hakuba Kitaro. There's a bunch of fucking inserts and everything in here because, like I said, it is secondhand, but it's like new. Um, there was also a card that it came with. This this little thing right here. I'm probably gonna use this as a bookmark. But yeah, so that is Hakuba Kitaro. Why did I get Hakuba Kitaro? I don't know. I've always wanted a copy, and I've always been curious to see how different it looks compared to the original. Also, there's a surprising amount of Hakuba Kitaro that is translated compared to the stuff by Drawn and Quarterly. So yeah, there you go, Hakuba Kitaro. Next up, we have a piece from the god of manga himself, Osamu Tezuka, and this is Thunder Mask. This is the only time that Tezuka did like this sort of Ultraman-like tokusatsu hero. I guess the only other like closest thing would be maybe like Majin Garen or Ambassador Magma. But this is the this I feel is like this is the only one that is like a proper like masked tokusatsu hero. And it's only one volume, so it's rather short compared to most of Tezuka's other works. But as you can see, Tezuka himself is actually in this. And this is not the source material for the actual tokusatsu series, Thunder Mask. This is the manga adaptation of the tokusatsu series. As you can see, there's a lot of filibustering before you actually get to see Thunder Mask himself. That's alright. I like some build-up. There you go. Let's see, do we get a transformation sequence? Curious. No, it just kind of happens. Really charming looking stuff though. I love the facial expressions. I'm really surprised that this has never been translated due to the fact that it's a one shot, and it could be done pretty quickly, I'm sure. Just really pretty looking stuff. I fucking love this era of Tezuka. Oh god, yeah, that's a wow. Fucking Tezuka knew who the real villains were, I tell you what. Oh, that's a really cool design. Yeah, much like that one haul that I showed off a year or so back, I do plan to use these to practice. I've actually used one of them to practice already. So, but yeah, really tight stuff. If there's any like quick Tezuka manga that I'd love to get picked up in a flash, it'd probably be this one, just because it's so short and it looks fun. It looks like a fun time. All right, so that is Thunder Mask. Next up, we have the one that I used to help me study a little bit. This is Denjiman, but also it's Battle Fever. If you recognize these characters, or if you don't recognize these characters, these are Sentai teams. This is Denji Sentai Denjiman and Battle Fever J. Battle Fever J came before Denjiman. And after Denjiman is Sun Vulcan, yada yada, it goes on forever. I was really excited to see this on the website because I've been looking for this particular comic for a really fucking long time. I've used a lot of middleman services, specifically Bai, and every time I try to check Mercari or Yahoo Auctions or anything like that, this is not there, and it pisses me off because I've been wanting it for so long because I think not only is Denjiman fucking awesome, but this comic just looked so goddamn cool. And something that I really dig about this is that the mouth motif that they use in the actual show on the helmets, these are their actual mouths in the fucking comic, so you get a whole range of emotions from here. But enough talking about it, let me actually show you this shit. So, there's Queen Hadrian, based heavily off of Queen Hela from the Thor comics, which was intentional, since this era, oh man, that's a lot to explain, but in this era, Marvel and Toei kind of had a little thing going. That's why that Toei Spider-Man series exists, but basically Battle Fever and Denjiman were supposed to be like Marvel type things, which is why you get this this whole like mask thing going on. But yeah, really nice looking book right here. I can't remember who did the artwork, but he was, for lack of a better term, he was a bit of a jobber. He was taking basically any work that he could get. I'm pretty sure he worked with Ishinomori a few times, um, which makes a lot of sense because if you look at stuff like the Kamen Rider V3 manga that was in Televikun, it looks a lot like this. Not to say that this is bad jobber work. In fact, this is some of the best jobber work I think I've seen personally. But it is very much jobber work. Oh, that's sick. That's a trace. That's a trace of fucking Kamen Rider's kick. That's funny. Um, that's a good page though. But yeah, it's just really nice looking stuff. I dig this a lot. You know, one thing that I haven't seen so far, I haven't seen the Denji Robo. I don't know if it's even in here, to be honest with you. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they put Denji Robo in here. That's really interesting. So yeah, this collects the 14 chapters of Denji Man. I think it's 14. It's something like that. And then let me get to Battle Fever for you. There we go. There's Battle Fever. This stuff is definitely trying to crib Ishinomori more. I think personally. Oh shit! I bumped the camera. This is the chapter that I actually used to practice last night. I made it to the end. It was a little difficult, but I made it. The Battle Fever stuff I think honestly looks a little bit better than the Denji Man stuff. Mainly just because he is trying to crib Ishinomori. Also, the faces moving on the Battle Fever suits just looks right. Especially since they're all like different designs instead of the Denji Man suits, which all kind of have the same helmet. It's really cool. I really dig it. Oh, that's cute. There's a really good splash page or chapter break page that is Battle of Japan's Screaming, which is really cool. But yeah, just really, really nice comics. I'd love to see these translated eventually too. Not quite the same thing, but you know, you get what I mean. But yeah, oh, that's good. That's really good. I like that. Just really solid work. Even if it is jobber work, it's very appealing, I think. About 11 volumes of that. There's Getter Team. That's pretty cool. And then also something that was really cool that I noticed. You have a bunch of the classic robots. You got Elgaim, you got Dougram, or well, not really classic, more or less like robots that were popular at the time, like Elgaim, Dougram, Scope Dog, Ideon, the Orbital Dunbine, Brave Raideen, the Gundam itself, and the Double Zeta Gundam. So I'm assuming that was probably like advertising other comics that these guys have printed. But yeah, that's the Denji Man comic. Really dig this quite a bit, and I'm really glad that I got my hands on it. And I will continue to use it for practice whenever I get a chance. Alright, so these next three are all from the same mangaka. And I'm going to show you exactly who this mangaka is in just a moment, but first I just want to pull out a volume and see if you could figure it out for yourself. So this is Maboroshi Tante. This was sort of a classic, like, pulp-ish superhero. And this is probably the worst printed of these. And I'll tell you why. So this is what is known as an Aizoban. Aizoban are like, they collect more, but their quality is a lot shittier. And you'll also see that with another book in a moment, but at least that one actually looks nice because it's on newsprint. This isn't. So let me just flip through here. So it's all done in It's all the one color printing, this time being blue, and it's not awful. Okay, this doesn't look good. Whenever you get here, this looks like really phoned in terms of like the reproduction of the line art, but it kind of gets better as you go along. But regardless, it is Maburoshi Tante, a book that I've been wanting to get my hands on for a while because have you figured it out yet? That's right. This comic was made by Jiro Kawada, who is probably best known in the West for the Bat manga. Copy of which I have right here. And this was one of his earliest works. Or one of them. I bumped the fucking camera again, I'm sorry. This is like a fairly early work for him. And you know what? Despite the shitty printing, you could still see that he was a pretty competent artist. It's not the like it's not super top tier, but it's still pretty fucking good. And this is a pretty good chunk of this is actually part of a second run of Maburoshi Tante, because there's a first part, but I wasn't able to find any books from that. So I got this one because it was cheap, and it collected a lot more. I really just wanted a representative sample of Jiro Kawada's work, because I'm a big Jiro Kawada fan, and I really wanted a sample of this work, sample of the next thing, and another thing that I'll show you after that. So this next one is a very classic Japanese superhero. In fact, one might argue it was the very first tokusatsu superhero, and that is Moonlight Mask, or GEKKO Kamen, as he's known in Japan. And this was also a Jiro Kawada comic. However, this was whenever he was a little bit further along, so it looks a little bit more like Bat manga, a little bit more like 8-Man. And this is just really appealing stuff, man. These are really, really cool superhero comics. There's a lot of untapped potential, I feel, from the Western market in not translating any of these. Because it's just... I think people would buy these, to be completely honest with you. I really do. Because it's just... We need more Japanese superhero comics out here, other than, like, the mainstream Shonen Jump stuff. I really want to see stuff like this get translated and released officially. But there's just... I don't know. Is there not a market for it? I know that's bullshit, because there's tons of people who I would know who would want this. But maybe there's not enough demand. So... I really want to put out a call to fucking 7Seas, Viz, whoever the fuck wants to do this. Release these comics. Like, take them out of this, take them out of obscurity, and put them in English, and release them for Western viewers to enjoy. Because I think people would really dig this shit. Especially the stuff by Jiro Kawada, because it's fucking gorgeous. I'm, like, this is definitely, like, the best era of Jiro Kawada, I think. Because this really is, like, this is, like, the Bat manga and, like, Death Hunter era. Where he's just going nuts. And there's just really nice inks and all that. Oh, shit. Haha. I'm not gonna mention anything else about that. But yeah. Fucking Comic of Masked Moonlight. If you can find a copy of this, I highly recommend you pick it up, because this is really fucking cool. And, you know, these classic Japanese superheroes, I want them to get, like, I want them to be seen more, because the stuff is worth seeking out. So, there you go. And finally, speaking of classic Japanese superheroes, the last one that I got is a really big one. This is Ultra 7, also by Jiro Kawada. And I've come to find that if you don't know Jiro Kawada for Bat manga, or for Moonlight Mask, or for Maboroshi Tante, this is the next thing that normally comes up, is Ultra 7. Mainly because this got a whole line of action figures. But yeah, Ultra 7. As you can see, this is a fucking massive volume. It doesn't even fit on my goddamn tiny ass phone. And this is the Isoban, which means the quality is a little bit less, but regardless of that, it's still fucking gorgeous. This is another one that I'm genuinely surprised has not been translated. Worth mentioning that this was originally, I believe this was 4 volumes originally, but luckily, due to the power of the existence of Isobonds, they were able to print all 13 chapters into one big book, and I'm so happy to own a copy of this because it's so fucking cool, man. I love Ultraman comics, and I love Ultraman, and I really wish that I had a copy of that Kazuo Umez Ultraman, because I feel like that'd be like a really nice companion piece to this. Yeah, it's just fucking, it's beautiful stuff, dude. There's like, I don't know if there's really much that I need to say other than it's fucking gorgeous, dude. Jiro Kawada, he had a knack for this sort of shit. And it's a knack that a lot of people didn't have. To pull that together a little bit. That is another unfortunate thing about the Isobonds, because they're so wide. There's a lot that kind of gets cut off in the gutter, which kind of sucks. But I've seen that happen with other manga as well, so I won't hold this one against that. But it's really nice looking stuff, man. Like, I really don't know what else to say. I love how this looks. And I really hope that eventually this does get translated, because I could definitely see there being a market for this. If there's not a market for fucking Maboroshi Tante or Moonlight Mask or any of that other shit that I showed off, there's absolutely a market for Ultra 7, especially with what Mill Creek has been doing, releasing all of the Ultra series. But there's even cool bullshit like this, like fucking giant robots. There aren't giant robots in Ultra 7, but there's giant robots in the Ultra 7 manga, and that's fucking awesome. And why are there giant robots in the Ultra 7 manga? Because fucking Jiro Kawada wanted to draw some giant robots. And you're not gonna tell the man no. So, fucking let him do that. Well, actually, okay, there was one giant robot in Ultra 7. There he is. But there's other ones in here, and I think, oh, that's so good. Look at that. It's a fucking DeLuca effect. Oh, that's so good. Well, actually, you know what? That's not really much of a DeLuca effect. I mean, this kind of is, but it's more, it's a different word for it. It's not coming to me, but that, like, it's not quite the DeLuca effect, but it's similar. But yeah, man, I don't know. I could flip through this all day. I really could. It's just really handsome work. Oh, dude. Look at that. How long do you think it took for him to bang out that panel? Fucking day and a half, maybe? I'll tell you what, Kawada did not cut corners. His work is just too fucking good to ever slander. Look at that ship. Such a good ship. I really want a book of, like, all the classic, like, Japanese sci-fi ships. That's really cool. Because I know Shinomori did a bunch of them. Tezuka did a ton. Like, that could be a book about this thick if it really needed to be. Really nice chapter breaks. Just excellent looking shit, man. And I really need to show you this before I close it. Um, in the classic Ultraman fashion, there is in fact a crucifixion. However, I do need to find it. I know it's some. There it is. There he is. There he is, fucking crucified. Oh, that's great. It's so good. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. It's just really gorgeous work. Um, and I think the fact that this isn't in English is kind of a sin. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get them all out here, but just to, I don't know, just to give a nice little shot of everything. That was my Suruga-Ya order. One of the greatest experiences I've ever had importing manga. It got here super fast. It only took about 4 days to ship. I got it just yesterday, and I couldn't have been happier. Um, I don't know if they're gonna do it again this weekend, but I would keep your eyes out on Surugaya if there are any certain things that you really want. Because there's a good chance that they're probably gonna have it. It might be misspelled a little bit, because I did run into that a few times, but I'm pretty sure if there's something you want, Surugaya is gonna have it, and you really can't pass up that free shipping. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this overview of all this classic manga, and I hope you look forward to me talking more about this shit, because I'd really love to. And I hope that if there's anything that you take away from this video, it's read more classic manga. Please! It's fucking worth it, I promise. Bye now.